What's going on, guys? So today we got a big boy battle box here. Alright, so let's go ahead and dig right into it. Today's EDC is also a big boy. Yes, we will talk about this one because I know you guys have questions. So, see, tape on top is already busted open. Let's go ahead and get the bottom here. Is this facing the right way? No, it is not. Alright, the bottom is not though. Alright. So, let's put our awesome knife away and then hopefully make some room here so we can see what's going on with this box. Alright. Okay, it is a big one. What the heck is that? Looks like some kind of a water basin, maybe? Ooh, my wife's gonna love that for camp cooking and camp cleanup, really. Alright, so mission brief 124. Let's skip the preview page. Don't want any spoilers. We love seeing things one at a time. Come on, fold right. All right, anyway, you can pause there if you want to read this mission. All right, let's jump in. So, first things first. UST, never heard of it. Flexware Sink 2.0. Capacity is 16 liters. So we have a push-out sink. These things are actually really awesome. We have something similar. I don't think what we have is quite as big, maybe. It'd be good to have a second one, even if it is. But you can see that we have two handles here, so obviously you can, carry it, fill with water. All right, so you can see how that pushes out here. All right, so hard plastic bottom, hard plastic sides, but we have a rubber, it's kind of folded in a way so that it collapses or pushes out. Alright, so there we go. So now we have a big open tub. Again, when you're camping, you can use this for dishes. You can use this for all kinds of stuff, I suppose. If you went camping with a baby or a very, very, very small child, I suppose they can take kind of a bath in it. A little tiny dog can certainly take a bath in it. Anything you'd want to store a bunch of water. So, again, for us, it's going to be cleaning all those camp dishes. Alright, so let me see how easy it is to collapse. And holy moly, that was simple. All right, the top part collapse? I think it is. So yeah, no, it's not. There we go. That thing is actually really awesome. All right, put that off to the side. What else? We have a couple big things in here. A bunch of big things in here. All right, let's take everything out, kinda. Got small stuff. Not as small. Hit the camera, of course. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, okay. All kinds of goodies. There's something else big, though. Allin Sealer system. Is this going to be like a vacuum sealer? Which would be awesome. My wife has one of these. I think it is. All right, let's get this box out of the way. All right, I think that's a little better. Box is out of the way. Let's go over some of these things here. First off, we have a utensil set here. UCO switch 4-in-1. That's pretty cool. Actually, my wife does have this already. And these are awesome. I know because she has them. All right, so let's go ahead and put this through. Get this out of our little pack here. As you can see, you can kind of push that through the hole. You want to save this this bungee part because this is actually really nice to reuse. But all right, so I am going to save that. As you saw, how it's kind of wrapped around here. But yeah, my wife has a set of these already. She uses this all the time, actually. Not even for camping. She uses this for her regular lunch at work. All right, so we have the combination spoon. We have the spork. And, of course, we have our knife, which has a serrated blade on it. All right, and nestles down in the bottom of the fork part. All right, very cool. Very simple. All right, and again, you could put this through the hole and wrap it so that they're not going to separate. Or if they did separate, then you're not going to lose them. So that is an awesome thing. Don't have that color, so that's kind of cool. Then we got a freeze-dried meal here. Ready-Wise Pro Adventure Meal Premium Signature Edition. That's a mouthful. Why? What is it? What makes it an adventure meal? What makes it premium, and what makes it a signature edition? So freeze-dried country-style chicken pot pie. I wonder if those biscuits, I doubt the biscuits are in there. Maybe it's little pieces of biscuits. Savory chicken with buttery biscuit dumplings, okay, and classic vegetables. Made in the USA, it's 5.4 ounces, obviously without the water. A portion of sales of these meals goes to supporting the Appalachian Trail Conservatory. That's kind of cool. Conservancy, excuse me. So yeah, that's all. Just add water. Maybe I'll try one of these in the future. We always save this kind of stuff literally for when we go camping. So that'll be put off to the side with our food preps. What is this thing? A UST 30-day Duro. Okay, LED lantern, 1000 lumen. Here's our specs on there. We're going to open this guy up and see. So 1000 lumen is also 400 lumen, 25 lumen. All right, SOS is 15 days, 12 hours on 1000 lumen. That's actually a huge runtime. 30 hours on the 400 lumens and 30 days on the low. All right, so let's pop this guy open. Let's see if this thing comes with batteries or if it's all ready to go. Love the lanterns. In fact, you guys can't see, but above me I have 2 different Olight lanterns. They're just super fun. Nice to have around. Whoop, dropped the freeze-dried meal. That's okay. Alright, so we have our bail here. So obviously you can hang it, move it around, carry it. Feels pretty lightweight. We also have a hook to hang it upside down. I believe this pops out. Yep, just like that. If you want to hang it upside down, you can do that as well. Okay. So, no batteries. I don't know. Let's see. Interesting. So there's our diffuser and our top. Does this come off? No. I'm not sure why. You can see 3 LEDs in there. I don't want to break anything. Doesn't feel like that moves at all. The bottom comes off. Okay, so we're going to need batteries. Damn, these are going to take big boys. These are either C or D batteries. Ooh, not a huge fan of that. D size. So 3 D batteries. We're going back in time with the D batteries here. They do last a long time, but for something like this, a modern LED, I'll get this back on here. Hang on. A modern LED lantern like this, really I would expect it to be rechargeable or at least run on like AA's, even if it takes 10 of them. I don't care. But that's kind of a bummer. I will get D batteries though because I do like lanterns, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, let's see. Does it say that on here somewhere? Probably does. Yeah, powered by 3 D cells, not included. Damn. All right. Well, that's that. Let's put that off to the side. What else we got going on here? Cowboy Coffee, Honey Badger's Bee Farm. Cowboy Coffee. Okay. It feels very dense. Like, I'm assuming it's coffee bean, but it doesn't feel, it feels like a sludge. 60 calories a serving. That's interesting. Okay. Raw honey and dark roasted coffee. So, the coffee's mixed with the honey? Is that your sweetener? That's kind of interesting. Let's open this up. Let's see what's going on here. Because I'm a little confused. You're just supposed to scoop it in there? Let's see. Because it feels more like a, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's new to me. It's literally honey and coffee. God damn, it smells good. Oh, that's so weird. I never really, let's see, let's try a little bit. I know it's just the coffee beans, but, and I don't know, I never sweeten my coffee with, never sweeten my coffee with honey. All right, let's try. Okay. I mean, that tastes exactly how you would imagine. It's honey with coffee grinds in it. I recently got some chocolate-covered coffee beans, which are awesome. So I'm kind of used to the gritty little coffee bean thing. Yeah, where's the instructions, though? There's no instructions on this guy. That's it. I mean, I guess you just spoon it in, add hot water, and you're good to go. I mean, what are you supposed to do here? Honey Badger's Bee Farm Cowboy Coffee. Okay. All right, I think that instructions should definitely be, I don't know if they're missing on this guy. I'm going to have to Google it and see. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I mean, obviously, the grinds, I mean, are you supposed to filter it? Are you supposed to just drink the grinds? Is it, you just take a spoonful and you're not even making coffee, or just, that's what cowboys do? Just man up, take a spoonful of that, and you're good to go for the day? I don't know. I mean, I can eat it just like that. I can take a spoonful, but it's a little weird. I don't think a lot of people would be into it, but I'm kind of a weird dude. All right, Speed Hook, Emergency Fishing and Hunting Kit. We've seen these before. These are like automatic sets for fishing. I actually want to put this aside because I wanted to test this, and I never did, and I'm not sure where the other one went. So I'm making an active effort to put this in a place where I will remember, and I want to make a video on that, trying it in the future. So if you haven't seen it, essentially you have this setup here. It's like a trap, you know, even like a small game trap, but it's for fish. So obviously fish comes when it tugs on the hook, it releases this tension on this thicker metal bar and opens up. By opening up, it sets the hook on the fish, and then it's obviously going to be attached to, you know, a bush or a tree or something like that, so the fish can't swim away. So that would be very interesting. All right, so we're left with this mystery in the back, which seems like it's a sealer, and then a Ruck and River, something sharp, I assume. All right, a Kusa knife set. Okay, so let's see this thing first. What is going on with this? Push that in the back. All right, Allin Sealer system. All right, let's see. Let's see about that. All right, we're gonna cut our seal here. Let's see. Stone blue and stainless. All right. And then a QR code to show how to get started. So again, I'm assuming this is just an air sealer, like a food saver. This way to a more thoughtful kitchen. Okay. You guys can maybe scan that if you want. Yeah. So we have a food saver, which is actually perfect timing, even though I have one. Like I said, my wife has one. In Canada, we went around and we did a cheese trail. So we went from one dairy farm to the next dairy farm. It was like 8 or 9 different places. It was about 2 hours north, well, a little bit northwest of Niagara Falls. And it was awesome. It spent, you know, all day trying cheeses and bought a bunch of cheese. So I want to kind of split that into smaller chunks and, you know, be able to bring it to family and try and stuff, because we're obviously way too much cheese just for us to eat. Yeah, so that's what this is looking like. So I'm not going to break it all out, but it's just a food saver. All right, with maybe some extra bags or the bag material. Very, very cool. Totally dig that. This is actually really cool for a lot of people. If you want to preserve anything, especially if you're into, you know, the prepping stuff, if you know, certain things like raisins, let's say. Just super simple, just, you know, pack it down, take the air out. Obviously your meats, they'll freeze better if you air seal them, you know, air vacuum them out. So, I mean, you know, the sky's the limit on this thing. Since my wife got it, it's much better. We got it specifically for meats because she used to do a really good job packing meat. Like if we had, let's say we got a pack of steaks or something, we try to buy a little bit more bulk and then freeze it for the next, you know, 3-4 months. Sometimes a little bit longer. Just depends, you know, what we're eating and stuff. But, you know, she used to saran wrap it like 3 or 4 times, then wrap it with foil. And it would wrap really, really good. It was last in the freezer, you know, mark the date and what it is. But it's a pain in the butt, and it's a lot more expensive that way. Vacuum sealing it is just even easier and better. So definitely down for this. What's really cool about this, getting it in a battle box, is a lot of people who haven't tried something like this before, and getting it in a box, now you have it to try, you'll fall in love with it. I don't know anyone who has a food saver or anything and then just doesn't use it. You know what I mean? They're very, very handy. So let's push this in the back there for a second. All right, and get into our Ruck and River, our knife set. What is this? Like a kitchen knife set, maybe? I don't really know. So let's get this saran wrap off. Okay. So open it from here. Interesting. It's going to be, oh, it's a nice case. I wonder if this is going to be like a game knife set where you have stuff to like break down animals, you know what I mean? Or butcher animals in the field, so to speak. I love this canvas bag here, so a good start. Very cool. I dig the bag even if I don't like the knives inside. What do we have? All right, so that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a camp / hunter's knife set. All right, let me move that back. We'll look at each one here real quick. All right, nice big rubberized handles, so if it's wet, bloody, whatever, you're good to go. Actually, you know what? I might keep these tips on. All right, just for storage here. But yeah, lightweight, fairly sharp feeling. All right, we have a sharpener on top as well. Very simple, carbide and ceramic. Don't use that carbide unless like your life relies on it. Holy moly, what a cringe thing for knife people. But the ceramic is fine. If you're like I said, desperate, it's super, super dull. Okay, fine. I get it. Here's our butcher style blade with that heavy, heavy curve in there. Again, I'm gonna leave those tips on for now. All right. Looks like we have some empty spaces here. You can add your own stuff. That's cool. Here's a fillet knife. All right, a little bit of flex in there. Maybe for filleting your fish. Of course. Now, obviously, we have exposed edges, so you want to be extra careful. All right, here's another. It's a tapered blade, more of a carving or bone knife. All right, and then last we have a large butcher style knife. This guy will get some good action. We have some cutouts there, like a Sandoku style. All right, that keeps things don't stick to the side of it. And I don't know if I threw out the little thing for the tip, but we'll have to be extra careful. So there you go. There's your butcher set. All right, pretty interesting. Let's unzipper this. Whoop. Nothing in here, but obviously a storage pocket for other stuff. Maybe put like a little, you know, folded towel or something in there, dishcloth. But yeah, there you go. So this folds, right? I like it. I mean, it could roll up, I suppose, if you want. But this folded is how it's kind of set up to be. And you got a nice little handle. All right. So again, good for, you know, beginner hunters. If you want to, you know, do any kind of serious camp cooking or processing. Like if you're doing some serious, like ultra camping and you're, you know, maybe you bring a small rifle, or maybe you're extra adventurous, you bring a bow and arrow. Maybe you bag something small. Like I wouldn't be processing a whole deer in the woods, you know, for camp food. But who knows, maybe you get a rabbit or something. You could take care of business there. Maybe something a little bigger. But kind of cool. I dig it. So this month's BattleBox had all kinds of goodies. Really wish the battery source was different for that. The food saver vacuum sealer, that is absolutely awesome. Cowboy Coffee is a total mystery. The utensil set is super, super handy. I dig it. The automatic fish catcher is super cool. So yeah, kind of a mixed bag this month, but I totally dig it. I dig the surprise. That's why I like these BattleBox. I mean, people say all the time, like, how do you not know what's going on? Like, you know, I'd rather just buy what I want. And yes, most people do. You know what I'm saying? But there's still a reason why there's thousands of customers, because some people just like a surprise. I happen to love a surprise. But yeah, now I'm going to go look this up and see if I have D's, but I don't know if I think I have one or two of them left. I got to buy more D batteries. More things take D's than you realize. Stay tuned for this guy. I will definitely do a video on this thing in the near future. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.